you can use only infantry for holding this town sector. Then you have the open grounds over here, which can be fired upon from the hillsides, on both sides. And then you have the villages on both sides. And then on the flanks are covered by hills with forests and little villages behind on each side. Like villages over here, and then forests on the edge of the hill. Everywhere. So yeah, I think that's one of the best mirrored maps again. Like nearly mirrored. It's not fully mirrored, not like Orsa North, which is nearly fully mirrored. But it's one of the more mirrored maps, and it's one that they did really well from design-wise, I think. North side is really favored, I think. Maybe right side is a bit favored because they can get easier in here. Though I think left side has it a bit easier in the town usually. But yeah, and also yeah, left side has it a bit easier down here often. But yeah, we will see. I don't think it will be too much about the map. And yeah, as expected, Nilla playing Vanguard, Shaun playing balanced. So yeah, it's all about how good can Nilla push in there. How well can he come in there and win the game with the push. Yeah, 184 can do well. We see a lot of jeeps already on the left side, as expected. Some snipery. So some snipers, some flamethrowers, some commanders, and then the 52Ps, assault guns. On the other side, quite a couple of Sicherungs with a Führer, and then some MGs. And Sandra, Shaun actually starting with his commander. Let's see how close he will get it to the front line. Shaun known to use his commander Rommel style, really leading his troops from the front line. What? Okay. I didn't expect that to happen. All 9, like that's all the Flammenwerfers he gets. All of them are in the north, on the way to get into this forest, I guess. Really interesting setup there by Shaun. Really wanting to go for it. I think we maybe leaves one behind over here, and then the rest will rush into it. The Glide Pioneers in the south. I think that's good Glide Pioneer territory. Maybe putting them up a bit more defensive, I think. Like into one of these buildings or into the forest. I don't know if you want to put them directly into the forest, but yeah, might work out. More Sniperies in the south. Together with some Strelkies. Yeah, no, as usual by Nilla, no tanks placed. He's not the tank guy. Shaun usually brings a couple. This time it's only Panzer Lux so far. Brings in a Flak Feeling as well. Fearing the airplay out of Nilla from the get-go. Thanks for the follow, Jack the Vag. Shaun bringing up some M42s as well. We will really have to see how this goes. But you can see those guys are really good players. They're setting up much faster than the games we saw previously. They're nearly done here. Don't think the setup will go much over the 5-minute mark. Wait, what is in the other horse? Okay, still Sturm MP44s in the other horse. Could see Shaun trying to capture one flag in the town. And then... But, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not good enough to predict what these two guys will do. Like, till Division 2, even in the top of Division 2, I still usually can predict what's happening. Somewhat in some regard, because that's the level where I'm playing at. But in Division 1, the top level players, I cannot predict too much. I can tell you what's happening when it's happening, but predicting what exactly the way to play is here, where exactly they want to go, other than the Flammenwerfers that will go for this point, I can't. Okay, you reduced the Flammenwerfers to 7. Shaun realizing that it might have been a bit over to use all of them. Brings in a captured 52P, I think that is. And yeah, and M42 captured M42 as well in the north. This might be 52p versus 52p fight in the north. I think that's only one 52p and the rest is... No, it's two 52ps and 3 Ognos. 3 flamethrowers for Nilla. But yeah, they will be overwhelmed by 7 flamethrowers, for sure. So I think Shaun will be able to capture this point. So I guess he might give up a couple of other flags in the get-go. Like, he will not give them up for free, but he might be up to give up some territories. And yeah, as a bit over 5 minutes the game starts, let's see. Let's pause shortly. So Nilla bringing in a lot into the town. South, he's setting more defensive, as expected. Yeah, Shaun actually brings the 9 flamethrowers. Decided against the M42. Brings in the 52p. But yeah, 9 flamethrowers going for the flag over here. And then, yeah, defensive setup everywhere else. Numbers in the south are not that high, but he brings in quite a lot of units into the town. Most of them Ersatztruppen. But a couple of Stoßtruppen MP44s and the Commander and the Panzerlux. And the Lux could be really one of the hero units in this game. Has to be careful about the Stalky DPs though, as they have PTRS. Or no, PTRDs, anti-tank rifles. And Ersatztruppen, yeah, are not the best infantry, but they can hold their ground. Tankostaniki are amazing. PTRS might arrive. Yeah, no, don't think the PTRS will shoot on too much from Nilla. From Shaun. Shaun will for sure capture this up here. Yeah, his P52. 52P sets up. The one of Nilla will set up as well. But yeah, Shaun captures the flag in the north. Forces everything to unload earlier from Nilla in the south with his M42. Yeah, Nilla setting up for a more methodical push than we see often from him, knowing that Shaun is too good to just run into him with jeeps, like he did against other players, like for example US Prester John. Striker DP set up. Shaun slowly but surely pushing forward with the Sicherungs and Ersatztruppen. Ersatztruppen MG over here as well. Having a leader on this side, the commander in the back line, so not as close to the front line as you see sometimes from him. Flak feeling with 2-star veterancy, able to kill the IL-2 before it gets its bombs off. Really important kill there. His bomber getting its bombs off, not the best hit, but yeah, killing the bomber of Nilla is a big win for Shaun already. Nilla winning the long-range engagements over here, as his 12 DPs are just the better long-range infantry. Stoßtruppen MP44 of Shaun get forced back, the other one getting killed. So yeah, Shaun has to be careful in the infantry segment of this fight. Has to either invest into more bombers or something that can pin down, I think, the push of Nilla. Like more Panzer II Luxes. Those could be rather helpful. Don't think Nilla will be able to push in here too easily. Really nice square there for Shaun. Yeah. Stoßtruppen MP44s down here. Set up well. Ersatztruppen. More Ersatztruppen and Panzer II Lux as expected. Would love to see would have liked to see some Begleit Pioneers in the town. Because yeah, really the Strelke DP overwhelm Shaun's Ersatztruppen too easily. Ersatztruppen don't have any long range firepower outside, like they only have their card. Where there's 2 DP rifles on the other side for the Strelkies. So their long range firepower is just overwhelming. Plus they get sniper support, they can pin well. First looks went down as well to the PTRDs. So yeah, Shaun has to be careful here. I think yeah, airplay, more ground play, maybe the Begleit Pioneers. But I guess he wants to keep them for later. He actually, yeah, he wins the fight in North. Look for a second there, because he has less men there, even though he has 5 squads, than the Strelke DP, but the Strelke DP just cannot cope in CQC with the Flammenwerfers. Shaun has to fall back a bit over here. Nilla setting up a big push over here with his big smoke barrage to stop the M42 from killing any transports. And then he will come in here. That might be a back-breaking attack here from Nilla. Can really see Nilla prepared for this. Practiced quite a lot lately. Shaun holding on in the center. And here they come. Nilla now also investing into his first couple of tanks. Those being Stewards. So yeah, the Satztruppen over here still fighting. But they're not doing the best job. Flag feeling of Shaun has to be careful as well. You don't want to lose that to infantry fighting. The Clyde Pioneers now arriving into the south together with Luxus, but those might arrive too late. Stoßtruppen MP44s engaging over here now. But they're fighting against Tanko Staniki, and Tanko Staniki are better in CQC. Both throw Molotovs, but yeah, Tanko Staniki have the better damage output and more HP. And they win the fight easily. And so Shaun has to fall back. Should have done so a bit earlier, but I think he still has chances. Yeah, the Clyde Pioneers will arrive in time. With those arriving, he has chances to hold on to those flags. But he's under pressure everywhere. Nilla really relentlessly pushing forward. Don't know why he didn't use those two to push in as well. That might be a mistake here by Nilla. With those two extra infantry squads, we might have been able to move on even further forward and maybe capturing those flags, being in position when the Clyde Pioneers arrive. Shaun really predicting the push to some regard, but also reacting really fast to get in here. After you saw the smoke, calling in units. Clyde Pioneers will be able to hold on here for quite a bit. Tanko has to be careful about the Tanko Staniki though. Tanko Staniki throwing the Molotov. The Clyde Pioneers could micro, but no. Shaun not microing his Clyde Pioneers here. Out of the building, loses 2 of them. But still annihilates the Tanko Staniki, so that's good payoff. Anyways. PTRS engaging Panzer 2 Lux, which has to be careful. Will get penetrated at some point. Flag fielding still arrived, but only down to 1 man. Which means it will die soon. Might be able to kill the Steward here. With the flag fielding. No. Both the Lux and the flag fielding go down to the Steward, and this is a lot of trouble for Shaun now. He's down to 59. Nilla putting the double time tick rate onto him. And now also the mortar fire. Hitting both the Lux and the Clyde Pioneers, and Shaun is in a lot of trouble here. Nilla is in a really good spot. Yeah, the Satztruppen not being enough here to hold on to the Stoichi DP spam. IL-2M coming up. Yeah, Satztruppen coming up as well. Just such a methodical push out of Nilla here. Automachiki coming up. Sicherung's in a lot of trouble. And yeah, I don't see how Shaun can come back against here. He lost just too much now. Not having any AA, not having any tanks. Stewards and North are also getting into trouble. And he needs a flag back at some point. Stoßtruppen MP44 arriving. At least the Clyde Pioneers are not dead yet. So they can still put out a lot of hurt here onto the Automachiki. They get into a building though. And with all the Automachiki out here, Shaun is in some trouble here. Because he either has to push back here or in the town, and I don't see any of this happen. Because yeah, over here you cannot push either. Brings in the Clyde Pioneers in the south, so yeah. Yes, they had them as an iron reserve, but yeah, Nilla pushing even more pressure in here. With more Tanko Staniki, more Stewards. And he already has a really good number of units down here. More Satztruppen arriving for Shaun. To tank for the Clyde Pioneers, I guess. Yeah, his Clyde Pioneers down here doing still a good job folding Nilla back, but now Nilla has some Stewards here. And with those arriving, the Clyde Pioneers' days are numbered. Kill the DPs, but yeah, try to disengage now. Do so to some regard. Stoßtruppen MP44s over here doing a good job as well. Yeah, Satztruppen have to fall back. Nilla up to a 17-7. capturing 2 flags up here in the north. Light Pioneer arrive in the town. So MP44 shouldn't move any further forward. I don't think that's a good idea. Overall, they can deal with the tank of Staniki in the open, I guess. That's me talking bullshit. IG's over here, trying to help out with the town fight. But yeah, he needed something like that earlier. His Ersatztruppen spam wasn't good enough. Yeah, 52p versus 52p it is. One of Nilla having 1 star, but firing the first round later on than the one of Shaun. So I guess the one of Shaun has the advantage. Yeah, getting a really good hit in here, as its accuracy gets better and better. Getting the one of Nilla down to 1 man. Oh no, doesn't kill it with this one. Okay. Maybe it's a mutual kill? No. It's not. What? And Shaun surrenders. Because he got just pushed too far. And yeah, Nilla nearly having the 2-to-1 kill death ratio here, plus the much better income in A phase, forcing Shaun to surrender. And yeah, this series goes out, starts with a bang. Let's hope that Shaun can bring it back into game number 2 and we can get to game number 3, because now we saw how Nilla wants to play a game. And let's hope Shaun shows us a game how he wants it to play, and then let's hope for an amazing 3rd game. But could have stepped in that Nilla just finishes game number 2 like he did game number 1. That's the point where Nilla wants to finish the game, 4 seconds before B phase hits. If a game goes much longer than that, it's most likely not a win for Nilla. Let's see if Shaun stays with balanced, or if he decides to mix it up with also coming in with Vanguard. But yeah, this is up. Let's see. So yeah, this was a really great series. Let's have a look in 184. We had the look at 14th, but yeah, 184th is a division often overlooked, I think. We didn't saw them more than twice or so in the group phase. One of them, the one time being played by Nilla, and they have a really interesting setup. One of the best thing about them is their 3 cards of Strelky DPs. Those are really solid infantry units with their SVTs and the DPs and the PTRD. Like, they have really everything you need in an infantry unit, and that being your frontline basic infantry unit. Then they have Tanko Stanikis, only 1 card, but that's what you need in A. 1 card of Tanko Staniki really helps out with the Molotovs. Then yeah, so parries for B phase as your CQC infantry with TNT satchels. 2 cards of them, pretty good. Channels, also a really good infantry unit. A parry PPSH you can pick, as yeah, they have really a lot of tabs. I saw Nilla picking them previously, didn't pick them this time, as he rather used the sniper parries as fast support units together with his Ognos in this series. Then yeah, he also used the leaders. So yeah, really good infantry tab already for Soviet Division. Tank tab is rather lackluster, but I guess against anything light tank style, those Stuarts are pretty good. They're one of the best light tanks. Then Valentines are okay. They don't do much against infantry, as they only have AP shots and 1 MG. But they are relatively they're also pretty good against light tanks. Those are pretty good against anything against infantry with the 2 Brownings and then 75mm HE for 45 points. But they only has command tanks, so you only get 3 of them. And then you have more Valentines used with HE shells, but yeah, these are pretty good tank killers. 110mm penetration, they're pretty good. And a 55% accuracy, they're pretty good in killing other medium tanks. But they're really slow. So that's not what this division is about mainly. The tank tab is okay. but yeah, not amazing. Then you have Ognos. You have your 52 piece in the support tab. That's basically what you use here, and your leader, and then some supplies. Maximes maybe, but most likely not. And the mortars are still not good enough, I think, to pick them. But yeah, Ognos and 52 piece, pretty good support as well. Then in the tank tab, I guess you use your M42s in A phase. He also used the PTRSs. You get 2 cards, but you'll never take more than one, I think. Then you have 3 cards of ISUs, 122s. That's your big boys. They are relatively good, but they are pretty expensive. Like, they're not amazing for the price they come out. As you have 125mm of frontal armor can be penetrated. They can kill anything they go up against, but the rate of fire is pretty abysmal, so if they don't get the kill with the first shot, they have to wait around 20 seconds before they can get out the second shot. I think it's a bit better than here. It's like 3.5 or so rounds per minute, so it's like 16 seconds or so till they get the second shot out, but it's still a long time. A-tab, pretty good, 37mm and 85mm. That's basically the standard of the Soviets. Can get out. The other two you can ignore, but yeah, those are all you need. Artillery is also really good. So Nilla is not the guy for artillery play, so yeah, he only used the mortars, I think, but they are good enough already. And then maybe the M30s. If you want to have really big guns, you also get your 152mm howitzers, and you get one card of 280mm off map, and that is really deadly as well. Pretty sure he has that in his deck just to finish off the push. And then the air tab, IL-2 KRs, pretty good card. Helps spotting stuff, can kill stuff on the ground. The IL-2 napalm bomber was what he wanted to show us there in the beginning, but the flak feeling of Shaun did shut that down. And yeah, game number 2 will be on Tully in Huntala. Let's see how that goes. Shaun is going X's again. IL-2. Yeah, that is basically that. Well, yeah, they will have trouble against Germans, I think. They will also... But you have... Yeah, your anti-tank tab is not good against Germans. I think if you run into a lot of Germans, this deck might struggle. You have your Valentines against Germans, but they're not amazing against them. You only have one card. You have a good one card with really good availability. Like 8 and 16 is great availability. I think it's one of the best for any tank. 24 and C. It's just nuts. Like, I think only the T-26s of the Panzaria division have or the Vanda division have similar. Yeah, they have 9 and 8, but they don't. You cannot take them in the Panzaria division's T-26. I think they have the same availability. So wait, T-26, 9, 18. Yeah, okay, they're a bit better, but yeah. That's like one of the best tank availabilities in game, but still, 184. We really want to play those for the infantry, for the 3 cards of Sniperies, actually 4 cards of Sniperies if you take the Shani 9. So yeah, 4 cards of Sniperies with good availability, 4 snipers in A, with 1 Star Veteran C, 2 in B, Stealth in C. So I guess you take 2 or 3 cards of these, and yeah. Those are already enough to help out a lot. Really use them effectively together with his Stark ADPs and normal Starkies. And yeah. The issue with the new Soviet division, the 358, is the AA tab. The AA tab is too weak. If they wouldn't have the weak AA tab, I actually would say they're as good or even better than the division we just saw. The tank tab is for both not good, like T-34, so I would take that over. They have the ISU 122, so I like that as well. And then the artillery tab is better, I would say. And the air tab is pretty good for both. And the infantry tab is also really interesting for both. Both having Sniperies. But yeah, the AA tip is just what kills this deck. You cannot win this way. Well, the best infantry unit in game we just saw in action, but they weren't able to save Shaun. Not even them were able to save Shaun. You only get them in 2 divisions, and you only get them in three per card, and you only get 1 card in each of those divisions, and those are the Battleglide Pioneers. These guys are absolute monsters. But yeah, Guardia DPs slash Stealthy DPs might be the best spammable infantry unit. That's true. Like, yeah, Battleglide Pioneers are just such monsters. Like, the loadout already is absolutely nuts. And then you get them with 2-star veterancy and they just annihilate everything. And, well, the Panzer Grenadiers are good compared to Guardia DPs, but it's really about the combat they move in. Panzer Grenadiers are... I think Guardia DPs are better on their own because they're a bit better in advancing into it, as they're a bit more cost efficient, but Panzer Grenadiers are the better hold the line front infantry, because against everything that's in the open, they just annihilate it with their 2 MG42s. And yeah, Panzerfaust is also really helpful, I think. So I don't know, Panzerfaust versus AT rifle, it's a good, like, it's pretty much the same. Yes, yeah, since the AT rifle got nerfed, that is. Before that, I would say so Guardia DPs were better than Panzer Grenadiers, but since the AT rifles are not pinning all your tanks constantly, they are not as strong anymore. They're helpful against, yeah, as you said, against armored transport and stuff, but they're not as good anymore against stuff that like T-34s or Shermans. So, Nilla is going allies again, Shaun is going Axis. Same division bands for both sides. Shaun is playing 20th Panzer this time. Nilla is playing 84th again. Or will he mix it up as well? Shaun banned first Polish, right? Yeah, first Polish was banned. So we might see an Army Krajowa out of Nilla. I know he liked that deck back in the day, but I think he might have changed that up. Maybe we'll just see an 184 again. I don't know if he still thinks Army Krajowa is a good deck. You know, when he came back, he really liked that deck. But yeah, Army Krajowa overall did fall. Let's see what Nilla is picking. Time to collision, yeah, but it also makes it really long. I think we had it previously in previous season, but there we had much less bands. The 4 bands, it takes so long. Is banning only 4 minutes though? 1 minute though? If you always have to think about what the other bans as well, and then ping ponging it back and forth, I think it will take quite a bit longer then. Don't want to make it overcomplicated. I think we had it back this way in some seasons. Oh yeah, yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, Shaun, right? Shaun was not supposed to pick first. Nilla was supposed to pick first. Shaun lost the first game. I was forgetting that, and I got nose bleeding. Nice. Okay, be right back, guys. Gotta clean that mess up. We'll use it for a short ad break. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. IS2s are really interesting tanks, yeah. And there's a reason why IS2 divisions mostly get banned. People really dislike playing them against them. Like even 29th, which other than their IS2s doesn't have too much to offer. Like compared to other divisions, still gets banned quite a lot. Where is it? 29th. Wait, no, yeah. Like the infantry type is not amazing. They have tankos, but they have one card of Stalk ADPs. That's it. Then yeah, the rest of the tank cards are okay, but they only have one P3476, so they only have one cheap tank card. And then they have 85s, but they have IS2s, and that's the reason why they get banned. Here, support tab is not great. The tank tab is okay, as they have SIS2s, I guess. Anti-air, well, yeah, okay-ish. Artillery tab, they have an off-map card, which is good. So, but it's only 76mm off-map, so it's not amazing. The rest of the artillery tab is not great. Bombing tab, they have the shoot shocks, ground attackers, but the LA5 fighters are not great. Air Coopers are relatively fragile. And yeah, Bostons are not the best bombers. They're okay bombers, but yeah, the 500. You only have 250 kilogram bombers. The 50 kilogram bombers are not amazing. The 1000 kilogram bomber is pretty expensive and the relatively low numbers. And yeah, the 500 kilogram bombers are okay as well, I guess, but it's not amazing. The recon tab, you have SU-57s, they're good, but yeah, it's really the IS-2s why so many people ban this division. And I guess on some maps it makes sense, but on many maps it's just because of the hate against IS-2. Yeah. So we are waiting. Yeah, we figured out I have to do some rewriting for the rule set for season 3. Yeah, we'll clean that all up when we get there. Till then, we have to stick with what we have. I mean, we got all the games played. Don't think anyone really feels like he got screwed over by the rule set. Don't think anyone really got screwed over by the rule set. It's just, yeah. Got to do concept at the beginning. Then, yeah, got to do some banning. We'll also put in that you have to pick income for the season 3. So that is clear as well. And yeah, till then, we go with what we got. Hope you all enjoyed the games so far. We'll jump into game number 2 in a second, hopefully. Nilla will play 184th again. Surprise, surprise. Let's see. It's Lamancy, so I think pushes are a bit harder, maybe? Well, no, not really harder than Harashaya. But yeah, it's a bit closer. Like the map is not as wide, so I think it fits Shaun a bit better. Let's see, Shaun. Let's see. Not. Where is it? Like at the month. Wait, no, that's 2v2. The month it was right. Yeah. Okay, Shaun will go 20th Panzer. Oh no, it's Tali and Hantala. Mistakes. Okay, but yeah, Tali, Illumancy is the shitty one, right? Yeah, this is rushable for sure. Because you just gotta get in here and then win there. No, Tali and Hantala, I think it's you can rush there, but the big lake really takes away. Skirmish. Tali Hantala. There we go. Let's show you guys the map. While Shaun is playing 20th Panzer. Which I think is okay map for Tali Hantala. Yeah. So, yeah, you have those lakes, making it quite a bit closer. Like, taking away quite a bit of the front line. It's not like a bridge map, but yeah. Like, 1/3 of the map is taken away by lakes, basically. Like, you can fire above it, but you cannot move through it with 99% of the units. And yeah, then you got your... Yeah, the points here are rushable. This one is harder to rush. Then you can maybe rush around here, and on the other side it's also these two being relatively easy to rush. This one also rushable, this one not so much. So yeah, I guess if you're red side, you want to capture these three. If you're on the blue side, you want to capture these three. And that's basically the way to go. Or like maybe these three or these three. But it's not as easy rushable. But the flags are all relatively close to the front line, but getting through the front line is not as easy. So yeah, let's go back over and see how it goes. If Shaun can hold on the onslaught of Nilla this time. But I think we will see a pretty similar game. Did they turn on spectator? Wait, what? Ah, okay. Okay. So yeah, Nilla vs Shaun. Game number 2. Shaun has to bring it up now. He's playing balanced again. Nilla again with his Vanguard income. Let's see if Shaun can hold on this time. Or if Nilla will rush his way into the finals. Into the big prize pool range. Into $62 at least. Shaun wanted to make his money back in this tournament, and he put $50 into it. So yeah, he needs to get to the finals to get that back. As he was one of the nice prize pool gifters. Yeah, 184 again for Nilla. I mean, he picked it first last time, so yeah, not like Shaun really figured out a counter pick, I guess, with 14th infantry. This time trying with 20th answer. Which might be an option, as he has a lot of T-34s and stuff in it, which are much better against the PTRDs than the Panzer IIs he had in the last game. With 14th. Yeah. Panzer IVs, I guess, also better against PTRDs, but they're not impenetrable, especially not from, because if they get side-shotted, they can get killed by PTRDs. Yeah, and then he has Panzer Grenadiers, which are pretty good on this map. He has an IS-2, which is pretty good on this map, but I don't know if you can afford that early on. Yeah, then he has the GOs. Don't know if he will bring those in, the Napalm GO bombers. Yeah. M42 coming in on north. Let's see how the setup goes. Yeah, the Geo Napalm bombers might be helpful here. Question is how Nilla, if Nilla has a fighter ready for them. Because if he does, Geos might not do much. And the question is, where will Nilla put his push on? It's not if he will put a push on. That is out of the equation. The question is where, and if Shaun predicts it right. The mind game's starting here, really here in the setup. T-34s coming in the north, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. T-34s can be really helpful against in this matchup, I think, because they deal with Stuarts pretty easily. M42s don't kill them too easily. 52Ps don't really kill them at all, and PTRDs not really kill them either. So you have to use artillery, airplanes, or numbers to kill them. And yeah, T-34s are pretty cheap and affordable. Wait, no, those are 80. Yeah, I'm always... Those transports look so slow. I mean, they're half track and so on. That they can go 80 is just... And 59 off the road is just pretty crazy. I think that's the fastest off-road vehicle we got in the game. Don't know any unit that can go more than that. Like, Opel Blitz go 90 on the road, so they're 10 kilometers faster on the road, but they are going nearly 20 km slower off-road. Yeah, like most of the stuff is around 1530. Oh well, I guess Jeeps are faster off-road. Okay, there we got it. But yeah, they're only 4 kilometers faster off-road. So yeah, I guess those STKFs, that's are the second fastest transport off-road. Yeah, that you don't have a middle supply road is really weird. 3 cutters are really spread apart. Yeah, you miss one here on both sides, basically. So I guess Nilla will rush a couple of units around here. That would be a prediction by me. And I would guess Shaun will put one Ersatztruppen down here, and then the rest will be around here. And then Nilla putting the pressure either onto these 2 points, or trying to capture this area in the north with his rush. Gotta see. IG will go up here, I think, for Shaun. Or no, over here. I think over here is a great IG position. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, some flux again to deal with Nilla's bombers. And then yeah, a lot of stocky DPs and stockies for Nilla, and a lot of jeeps with mortars, with PTRD S's, with Ognia, with 52Ps. Then yeah, stocky DPs and Strelkies for days, with leaders and commanders. In the south, his forces are much weaker, but yeah, so it's really all about the northern push. And if Shaun can hold it on against it or not. This is supposed to have water in it, no? Was it just a road? Low graphic settings makes things really interesting. I think it's a road. Combining the two lakes. But yeah, streaming in a higher graphic setting sadly fries my PC at the moment. So yeah, we are over 5 minutes. Game is about to start soon. I think both sides have a good setup right now. Panzer 3 might help out, Ersatztruppen setup. But yeah, Shaun again relying on his Ersatztruppen, and I'm not a big fan of it. Commander in the north? Well, the Panzer Grenadiers will be good. Panzer Grenadiers will hold against Chalkies pushing on over the open. Ersatztruppen will not. T-34s I like, Panzer 3L I like as well. IGs, and then I guess one leader in the hoist. Or no, it's just 3 IGs, okay. I guess wrong there. And an M42 in the north. In the hoist. Good truck. Yeah, Nilla with 19 jeeps. Really, okay, he wants to push the pressure on in the north. Shaun with a defensive setup as expected. Ognia's not going as deep as I expected. Thought he might try to get in over here. But you guess he wants to push through here. And then really only a defensive setup in the south. And yeah, really the strength of Nilla's pushes up here. Mortar unloading, coming in with the smokes. Shaun has to be careful. Might want to give up this flag. Brings in the commander. T-34 moving forward. But yeah, you don't want to lose too many units over here. Nilla really using the smoke. Effectively. One Ognia still goes down, as the smoke doesn't come in the right spots. Yeah, Shaun gives up on the flag. As he captures the flag over here. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't even need to capture the flag. 52 pieces arrive, and so does the IGs of Shaun. Nilla captures the flag back, so it's 13-11. Ah, okay, back to 12-12. But yeah, Shaun really doesn't need to fight over here. Sniper is really effective here, killing quite a couple of Ersatztruppen already. IG should move a bit forward, I think. Mortar coming in with some HE shells now. Trying to put some pressure onto Shaun's units. He has to be careful with his Panzer Grenadiers. Don't want to lose those units too easily. Comes up with his T-34, but yeah, completely different setup by Nilla. Much more defensive. As he knows he cannot just push in here. Ersatztruppen going down from Shaun though. So yeah, Shaun has to be careful not to lose too many to those 52 piece units. Comes up with his ME-109 though, to deal with at least one of the 52 piece. Well, they're coming up with a 37mm already. Kills one 52p. The other one is moving backwards. And 42, nice. Nice crit there on Shaun's T-34. Panzer Grenadier trying to secure the south against Strelkies of Nilla. Nilla losing a flag over here. So he's still on the 12-12. And I think this game looks much better for Shaun already. Because he really gets time here. Nilla setting up a lot of artillery. Coming up with the 280mm off-map. Okay, so he brings it in A. This is his idea for victory. Destroying everything with the off-map here. If that doesn't work out, he's in a bit of trouble. Or maybe even a bit more than just a bit. Really using the snipers and his 12 KDPs. Quite effectively. Shaun needs to bring in some stuff into the backline. And so Grenadiers didn't move back far enough. Yeah, Shaun now trying to move the T-34 out. Might be able to get out of range before. Yeah, gets out of range before the off-map comes in. That's important. But yeah, snipers and the stealthy DP is really helpful for Shaun here, for Nilla here. And that's Trooper arriving. A couple more Panzer Grenadiers coming up. How's it going in the south? Nothing major happening over here. Nilla is trying to pin down Shaun over here. Yeah, Shaun's Panzer 3 here really working out. Off-map didn't do too much actually, as he most of the units right there before the off-map hit. So first off-map hit from Nilla, not the greatest. Moves up the off-map now, but the sniper and the stealthy DP is really good, really effective. More T-34 coming up though, and those are really good. Shaun pinging the 52B to know where it is, to be able to use the line of sight tool, so he knows how close he got to get, to know where he can bomb, or he must bomb. Panzer Grenadier killing the 52P. And the flak over here getting his gun jammed. Yeah, that's super moving in as well. Shouldn't be too laggy actually. Yeah, ME109 coming in again. And in the south. So yeah, Shaun really relying on his airplay now. Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, well, I guess that's Corona, guys, for you. Yeah, Mom can get back into your room. He's really not living here anymore. Yeah, old behaviors doesn't change. Not knocking on before coming in. Yeah. Battery leader up here in the north. Panzer 3L coming up. But yeah, Shaun in a much better position now. Being up 13-11. In a really good spot now. But yeah, 12-12. He still Nilla has a good shot though to win it, but off map really not on again not on target. Might be able to pin down the Panzer 3L if he gets lucky shots, but yeah, for that he needs lucky shots. Actually gets its mortar engaged over here. Uses a lot of smoking shots now, so I guess he wants to rush in there. No, not really. Okay. And the IG over here doesn't get smoked as he didn't know about the position of it. But the IG over here might be Shaun's ace. It's up to 13-11 now for Nilla. But yeah. M42 over here engages the T-34. But as I said, T-34s are rather resilient. Okay. Damn. Yeah, they're usually rather resilient against M42s if they have front-to-front fight. But the M42 gets the kill this time. And yeah, the IG now helping out here. Together with the flak. Oh no, the flak only has 1000 meter range. Okay, flak is a bit too far apart. But the IG gets the first kill. So that is another shot off. I think it did. Okay, not killing the Automachiki though. Yeah, this is Nilla's ace here. Will Nilla be able to finish off this game here? Gets up to 14-10. Shaun has to reinforce this position. And that has to do it fast. A lot of mortar shots coming in. Whilst he pushes down here, as Nilla has nothing over here. So Shaun really finding the weak spots of Nilla's. And he only needs to hold on. He doesn't need to win here, he just needs to hold on. He needs to survive. He needs to trade somewhat efficiently. That's the points for Shaun. He doesn't need to capture many points. As long as he keeps it less than a 3 points advantage for Nilla, he's totally fine. And his bombing runs are really good. Loses one flag over here, so it's back down to 14-10. But yeah, gets the pin over here. Has his IG engaging. Onto the infantry down here. Panzer also engaging. T-34. IG over here helping out. Pinning down all the infantry. Nilla, I think, yeah, ran into his own off-map here a bit. Really allowing Shaun's IG to help out. Stopping the push for quite a bit longer. Allowing Shaun to bring in the units he needs to hold on to. And he's actually pushing back in the north with so little units. Shaun really showing us that why he is here in the semi-final. Why he won Division number 1. That he's not a pushover as some might have thought after game number 1. IG's over here in a good spot. Yeah, Shaun's IG constantly penetrating, but Nilla has a lot of units over here, and the Strelky DPs are such DPS beasts. SZ don't stand a chance against that, but the T-34s will be really helpful. And Shaun trying to get into the south, trying to capture flags that Nilla hasn't defended. Well, Nilla has to fight over flags that Shaun defends. And that's what Shaun is so good at. That's what makes him such a scary opponent, that he always finds a weak spot. Or nearly always finds a weak spot. That's game number 1 he wasn't able to. To push you, to keep you at away from getting up to 59. And then just grinds you down in C-phase. When his income advantage comes in. Nilla's off map again. Might be a bit off target here. We will see if Shaun actually runs into it. Though I don't think so. Which really makes it shitty for Nilla. He has now his ISU 122s out though. And those might be relatively helpful with filling up this push. Lost the flag somewhere though. He's only up to 13-11 now. Don't know exactly where. But yeah, he's only up to 13-11 now, so he needs 2 more flags. This flag here is close to fall, but yeah, so is his flag in the north. Okay, Nilla's next off map in the north will hit home. Nostupin running into it completely. Getting forced back. But yeah, Panzer Grenadiers, Panzer 3Ls and so on, still holding on. And yeah, Nilla brings it's back onto a 12-12 only. Yeah, captures the flag here finally. Really trying to come in with the channel Staniki, and his smoke play is what Nilla is really great at. If you want to learn from smoke play from one person, it should be Nilla, guys. Really watch replays of him to learn how to use smoke, because there's really no one better in Steel Division 2 than him. And T-34s over here, killing a couple of channels and transports. So yeah, enforcing the unload of the other ones earlier than Nilla hoped for, I think. Yes, yeah, the smoke is gone now, and the IGs and the T-34s are back to firing. One IG will be overrun. The ISU over here will be relatively nasty for Shaun to deal with, I think. Might need his IS-2 on the map. As of now, his ME-109s keep on bombing. And yeah, he gets the flag in the south. This is an important flag. IG over here is also really well placed. Helps out quite a bit all the time. Panzer Grenadiers coming up as well. And yeah, Nilla realizes he needs to capture this flag back here in the south. It's not a flag he can give up too easily. Don't want to make it too easy for Shaun to get it away from a 15-9. Panzer Grenadiers and Ersatztruppen moving forward. MG42 over here engaging as well, but the ISU is an issue. But no, yeah, where is he going? Why is he disengaging with them? Did he saw the Pak? Oh, maybe he saw the Pak 43. I didn't saw previously. IL-2 KRs coming up. IL-2 over here. Doesn't get the kill. That's a big blow for Nilla. The kill on the IG would have been really nice. Shaun moving now to return fire. But Nilla is closing on to getting the 59 over here. Shaun getting the flag in the north back, but also losing the flag over here. And the two IL-2 ISUs, 122s, are really annoying for him. Panzer Grenadiers over here, getting closer to the flag, but the Ognias really helping out, blocking it. Ooh, and actually might get the surrender now, as the IL-2 puts down. Yeah, they should be able to get the surrender on the Panzer Grenadiers, and that would be really nice for Nilla. More Panzer Grenadiers arriving into the south. Oh yeah, Nilla getting closer and closer to getting the flag over here. Panzer Grenadiers over here. Panzer over here is pretty much stuck. Only one Panzer Grenadier coming in. That should not be enough to hold the flag. Yeah, Shaun realizing he cannot put in more units down here. He needs them over here, and he needs them desperately. As he also needs something over here. I think that's where this is going. No. Okay, he wants to win over here first. But he needs to get a flag back at some point. As of now, keeping it at the 1410 for so long already will bring him into C phase, even if it shifts now over to the 15-9. But yeah, he needs a bit more in C phase than only 5 minutes, most likely, to win the game. To get it back into his favor. So yeah, holding on to a 1410 for a bit longer would be really nice for him. Brings in a lot of infantry units over here. Interesting to see that Nilla didn't brought his ISU up here faster. The ISU just put a lot of further in over here. Kills one ME-109 of Shaun. So that's a good kill for Nilla there. But he loses a lot of units in the north. And he doesn't have any backline here. Well, okay, backline arriving. 6 channels and 1 ISU. Might be enough to push stop the push, but yeah. That's a lot of investment. That will take quite a bit out of the sails of the push down here. As the Pioneers, SVTs from Shaun might be able, or should be able actually, to stop the infantry push over here. So that should secure the 10 flags for Shaun. For quite a bit longer. Should keep it out of the 59 range for Nilla. MG42 is arriving, Pack 40 arriving. Ooh, but Nilla somehow got this flag. That is a misplay by Shaun, and yeah, he gets the flag here for now. But the Pioneers should be able to capture that back relatively soon. Panzer Grenadier is already dealing with the channels. But yeah, the flag over here he cannot leave. He needs to contest that. He needs to get this flag back. Because yeah, now it's only 9 minutes. At a 16-8. Pack 43, if he gets the kill on the ISU over here, can bring in quite a couple more units again. Gets the kill. That's an important one. ISU over here also gets engaged by a Pack 43. Panzer Grenadiers should be able to deal with the tankers before they again get in range. Yeah, Pack 43 puts a lot of hurt onto this ISU. Brings it back to 1410 as he captures this flag back, and captures one other flag. Oh, he captures the flag over here, yeah. Kills the ISU over here, and with that, this over here should collapse. M42 might get the kill on the Pack 40 though. Yeah, gets the kill on the Pack 40. That's a good kill there for Nilla, who now tries to capture the north back. But there's 2 T-34s there, so he has to use the ISU for that. He has a lot of infantry, but still has to worry the airplay out of Shaun. Shaun brings now Panzer 4Fs once in. Pretty cheap anti-infantry tank. And yeah, Shaun will capture this flag back, and that will bring it back to 1410 again. Which will give Shaun the time he needs. 35 minutes is really where he wants to go. And if the game goes that long, Nilla doesn't stand a chance, I think. Nilla might lose this flag here as well. Yeah, 13-11. Shaun only needs one more flag to bring it back to a 12-12, and if that happens, Nilla's in a world of pain. I don't see Nilla capturing any flags anytime soon. IG over here again engaging onto the channels. Pentagram stack as a kind of a bait, I guess, to get the channels there. Channels engaging the Ostrom over here, and yeah, Shaun gets the 12-12. Pack 40 even engaging the 37mm of Nilla now. And yeah, we saw earlier what happens when you lose all your AA. And Nilla is not the guy to pack a lot of AA into his decks. We saw that in his semifinals against Fruitlord, where he only put two 37mm into his deck. And when Fruitlord was able to kill them, Nilla got absolutely annihilated by the airplay of Fruitlord. And the same fate might await here if he loses those. Because, yeah, might be the only two he has in his deck again. But he doesn't go for the long run. His decks are usually built for the 20-25 minute victory. Gets to push him back into the north. Gets a 13-11 here going again. But Shaun comes back in with pack 40. Has some MG42s as well. ISU will finish off the Ostrom over here most likely, and he has a lot of infantry units in the north again. But he lost his advantage over here. He still has quite a lot of infantry over here. But Shaun has his MG42s set up, his Panzer Grenadiers set up. I think with that, he should be able to stop the pushes. Flak 41 now arriving. Make the AA even better to help out with the long range HE fights here, I think, as well, as he knows the 52 pieces of Nilla are gone. Nilla might have a couple more ISUs, but ISUs you also don't want to send in against Flak 41s. And yeah, Nilla not the guy to play long range artillery. I think maybe he has 120mm mortars, but that's it then. He has his 82mm mortars and then maybe 120mm mortars. And nothing else. And now Shaun coming in with his Panzer IV push over here. Still lagging one flag behind, but he should be able to get that at some point over here. 37mm pummeling the Pioneers over here. But MG42 engaging 37mm. Might be able to deal quite a bit to it. Especially if the T-34 also starts to engage into it. Pioneers moving down here. Nilla's hopes are, I guess, onto the north. Where Shaun was a bit careless with some units, I think. Okay. 37mm AA gun wins the fight. In support with the 37mm. What? Oh, no, it gets killed in the end. Oh, I guess the Panzer IV over here. Yeah, the Panzer IV over here helped out. Which means the AA of Nilla isn't deadly anymore. So Shaun can bring in his 250 kg bombers again without having to fear too much. Okay, if you engage the Nile 2 in frontal fight though, the 37mm might kill you after all. I have to see. Shaun now the guy with the off-map. 220mm off-map that is. And yeah, he doesn't need much anymore to get out of this. To get Nilla into game number 3. Nilla is still holding on. And Nilla is still hoping for getting to the amazing 59. But now it's 60 more income per minute for Shaun. So Shaun really having the numbers on his side from now on. In 2 minutes he will be even in overall income with Nilla. And I think Shaun overall traded just a bit more efficiently. And from then on he doesn't even have to trade efficiently anymore. Pack 43 here, killing 2 Stuarts. And yeah, the off-map doing a good job here. Will allow Shaun most likely to capture this flag back, and that's the 12-12. Panzer IV coming in. Pack 40 over here, killing the Stuart. And Panzer Grenadiers over here, dealing with them as well. Shaun down here, coming in with the off map. He captured the flag over here, but lost the flag over here, so still 13-11 against him. But he nearly completely annihilated the south of Nilla. Nilla only having a fraction of the units left down here that he had a couple of minutes ago. Only 2 Shell KDP, a mortar, and then I guess a couple of channels down here, but they don't really matter. So yeah, not much to defend those 3 flags here. If Shaun really needs to get some flags, I think he will be easily able to do this here. Kills off the last 37mm artillery AA of Nilla, captures the flag over here now, and the flag over here now, which brings him to the 12-12 he needs. Yeah, from now on, Shaun can take it easy. Shaun really ahead now. We'll bring in another off-map over here. With that going, I think it's pretty much GG. Like, I don't see Nilla's forces... Nilla's deck's never built for longevity. Like, maybe for a final push in C-Base. Like, 1 or 2 cards of Strelkies with 2 stars. Oh no, that's not even 2-star Strelky, that's 0-star Strelky. But yeah, maybe like, something like that. Like, one or 2 cards for infantry for the final push. But yeah, he lost his tools. He lost most of his ISUs. He lost all his AA. He lost all his OBs. No, not OBs. His 52Ps. His M42s are all gone. So yeah, and the infantry of Shaun is at least as good as the one of Nilla. With Panzer Grenadiers, with Pioneers, SVTs, and so on. Another off-map for Shaun over here, another off-map for Shaun over here. Not the most efficient usage of his tanks for Shaun, but he doesn't need to be cost efficient from now on out. Okay. So yeah, Shaun now up to 13-11. Nilla really trying to clinch back in here with his airplay. I guess Chinese Panzer doesn't have the best AA, but yeah, with a couple of fighters, like if you invest into 2 or 3 fighters, you actually can shut down the IL-2s. Yeah, now Shaun coming in with bombers of his own, having also Flak 41s. He at least has 1 more. Yeah, another one coming in here, and he's now up to 14-10. Okay, goes back to down to 13-11. But yeah, him being ahead means that Nilla's in so much trouble, losing all his infantry here to the Ju-85, 87 D5 bombers. L2KR coming in to strafe down some infantry again, and yeah, brings it back to a 12-12. But each minute going on from now on brings Shaun further ahead in the game, income-wise. And Shaun is not the guy who builds a deck too shallow for balance. His deck will go on for at least an hour. And I don't think Nilla's deck can keep up with that. And now with the Flak 41s being set up, his airplay will also start to fizzle. Off-map of Shaun with the 220mm really hitting home as well. And yeah, now he can move up with his Panzer Grenadiers again. Brings in quite a lot of tanks as well. And ISUs are not impenetrable to Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs. They can die to them. They are not IS-2s. They have the same firepower, but not the same armor. So you have to be careful with them. And if they're coming too many Panzer IVs and Panzer IIIs, and 20th Panzer can bring out a lot of them, your ISUs will lose out. The ISU in the south died already. Guess it died to the Flak 41 over here. So it's only 1 ISU left. And yeah, Nilla really trying to bring out the infantry, but he will not keep on for too long. Yeah, he didn't call out any IS-2, as he doesn't really need it. That's a 3L over here, helping out. Another off-map coming in. And yeah, the 500 kilogram bombs really deal with infantry efficiently. And yeah, Nilla tries to clinch on to this game, but there's no hope. And I'm really happy that the game goes the way it does, because this allows us to get to game number 3. And this allowed both of those guys to show up how they play. So now, for game number 3, you know what it's all about, guys. Because, yeah, I think we can start talking about game number 3. I think this map favored Shaun much even more than the... I think Harashaya wasn't a bad map for him either, but Shaun, Nilla really found a way there, and yeah, now Nilla surrenders here. And we will go to game number 3, and I will be AFK till that happens. So, yeah. See you in game number 3, guys. Which, yeah, we'll take a 20-minute break to eat some dinner, and we'll be back afterwards. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Yeah. Because it will take some time to start and so on. So, yeah, stay tuned till that happens. And, yeah, hope to see you there. We'll have to eat some dinner. Okay. Okay, guys, so here we go again. 10 minutes, gotta cut a bit short. Getting faster than usual. Game hasn't started yet. So yeah, we can talk about again. Map, Slutsk East. I think that's a Shaun map. Let's have a look at Slutsk East. Well, it's not. Slutsk West would be much more of a Shaun map. I think Slutsk East doesn't favor Shaun too much. But yeah, Slutsk East still. Where's Slutsk East there? It still has quite a bit of open ground that allows them to push. So yeah, Slutsk East. We had that map earlier today as well. Yeah, that's a lot. So there's quite a couple of flags you can capture. For Nilla's sake, I hope he gets the blue side, I think, because it's easier to rush from the blue side. The red side has it a bit harder for rushing. So it's both are playable for the long game, I think. Yeah. The visions banned were kind of similar. Let's have a look. The visions banned. Shaun, Nilla was playing allies, and so will Shaun. So it will be allies versus allies. Bands are 84th Polish Third Guards and Army Krajowa, so not 26. And the bands from Nilla are 84th Third Guards Tank Corps, 1st Polish, and 3rd Guards Mechanized. And yeah, Shaun is getting 26, and let's see what Nilla goes. If he goes 184th again, yeah, might do that. He might do that. That will be an interesting game, I think. 26 versus 184th is really about who has the strongest Soviet infantry deck. But yeah, this is really an interesting game that we will see here. And then really important one as well, and I'm so happy we got here. So, yeah. I mean, I guess a second really nice push from Nilla would have been nice to watch too, but that we got to the game 3 here is really nice. That both sides could show what they're capable of, and that none of the players who will drop out will be going out with a bad show. Like, really both sides already showed that they're here for a reason. That they're in the semi-final because they're amazing players. And yeah, hopefully game number 3 gets real close, gets real tight, and will show us how top level Steel Division has to look like. Okay, lobby's still not open. Oh my god! Okay, the pick of Nilla is 15th Scots. And yeah, I gotta show you Shaun's reaction to this. Yeah, this is Shaun's reaction to this, and yeah, mine is similar. Yeah, Shaun the connoisseur of cat memes. But yeah, 15th Scott versus 26. Let's see how this goes. This is really an interesting game. 15th Scott is a deck that is nearly never picked in competitive play. And really a lot of people hate on it. I know Froplord, for example, dislikes this deck quite a lot. Because, yeah, he dislikes rifles. But rifles are spammable. 20-point cheap infantry. Lee Enfield is a solid gun. Churchills are interesting tanks. And so are Harney Stewards. Harney Stewards are not amazing though, but they are cheap. They have 2 MGs, so they have good infantry support. Their accuracy is not good though, and yeah, their AP values are shitty as well. but they can deal with armored cars and stuff. And then you have your Churchill Pies, you have your Crocodiles, you have your AVREs, all really interesting support tanks. Wasps are not so great. I haven't changed. You can see I never played this deck. Why do they call them whiskey drinkers? They are Scotch drinkers. What an absolutely horrible name, Debamir. Yeah, 17 pounders are amazing anti-tank guns. So against 26 you don't really need them. The AA tab is relatively solid. I think a lot of people use the Humber 8 AAs because they're good support weapons against ground. And then the artillery tab is really good. The 140mm artillery and the 25 pounders are pretty helpful artillery pieces. And they have the best, but also most expensive AT rocket plane in the Typhoon Mark 1B. But yeah, affording them is pretty expensive, and I don't know. Like, he will have them in the deck, but I don't know how helpful they are against 26. Because 26 doesn't have. It has the IS-1s and has KVs, which are relatively expensive tanks, but not super expensive. And you have the meme. You have the one and only, the SOD, 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 to quote Mr. Rangru here, in a manner that I don't get totally mental. If we see an SOD, I will go mental though. If he brings one out, I will go mental already. If he kills one of it, I will go absolutely nuts. Don't know what how drunk I was on whiskey when I wrote whiskey drinkers. Must have. But yeah, this will be an interesting game. 15th Scott. Really bringing in the memes. Well, not memes, but yeah, really interesting picks here. Both 184th and 15th are really underrepresented divisions. I think 184th, just because people don't know them well enough, and 15th usually for a reason. They're not one of the best decks, but yeah. We'll see how this goes. Map's still not up. So yeah, guys, who do you think will win this? Who are you favoring? Let's make a poll. Manage poll. Okay, poll is started. So yeah, vote who you favor. We'll be up for 2 minutes. So we have a representation of the community. 2-1 for Shaun right now. Where are all the Nilla fans, guys? Get your votes out there. Saw so many hashtag Team Nilla stuff out there, and now nobody is voting for him? Just because you lost one map against Shaun? Are you really such good weather fans? Okay. So yeah, game's still not up. Still lobby up. No, I guess Nilla is still tinkering his deck. That's what he said. Yeah, really interesting to just to see what he brings for that map as well. Guess he will hold the open ground with 17 pounders only. I don't really want to go for the town, but that's also like that's pretty obvious. So yeah, does 15th Scotch get wait artillery? No, they only get 203. They get off map on 2 cards of it, so that's pretty good. But they don't get the glorious off map that the Canadians get, because Canadians get Queen Elizabeth 381mm naval battery support, BLO 15-inch 381mm. Those things come in with a bang. Wait, why do those things have smoke shells? 19 damage. Blast radius of... Yeah, this is just nuts. Queen Elizabeth class. Fire support. So, yeah, who won the... I have to double check. Damn. Missed the end of the poll. But I can't view the results. So the results are... Shaun. 4-1, guys. Where are all the hashtag Nilla fans? What happened? Only because you picked a division? That maybe is a bit of a bold move? You just don't support him anymore? What happened there, guys? So yeah, $350 price pool. If you want to support the tournament again, leave a subscription, check out our Patreon, or contribute directly to the Maturino page. If you want to see all the brackets of all the divisions, exclamation mark bracket in the chat. If you want to get to this page here, exclamation mark Maturino. If you want to join our Discord, exclamation mark Discord. And yeah, if you want to see more games casted of this league, because you just found this channel, and you've just found the league, you just found Skill Division maybe, exclamation mark VODs brings you to a document where you can find all the YouTube links to all the YouTube casts, not just by me, but also by awesome guys like Angry Bird, Rengru, Khan Ulrich, Nilla himself, who is playing here. He also casted 2 or 3 games of himself playing. And then also Metalface is the last guy. And if you want to cast some games, you want to get the replays, get in contact with me. Because, yeah, we always need more casters. And with that, we jump into the game. I'm so hyped, guys. I hope you are too. No, Tiger, sorry. Final game is just about to start. Nilla versus Shaun. We'll host you later though, Tiger. Have a lot of fun on your stream. Yeah, we will position ourselves here because I think that's where the action will be mostly. So it would be a waste to position ourselves on the other side. Because I'm pretty sure Nilla will mostly push out down here. He's playing flatline this time. Shaun sticking with balanced. So Nilla is coming in here for a bit longer game this time. Shaun with 26, really strong deck. Deck you often see banned, and that is for good reasons. You got a lot of Guardian DPs. They get really good tanks with the IS-1 and the KVs, KV-1, KV-85. And then they also have good air tap. And yep, On the other side, we see a deck that never gets banned, but also seldom gets picked, and that's also for a good reason. But it gets rifles, gets them in the good CMP, 80 kilometer on the road transport, solid transport there. Got a couple of snipers in the Willys MP, the good old Jeep copy. Yeah, I hope you all are as hyped as I am, because I'm really feeling this. I really want to see how this game goes. I think with Nilla playing Flatline, this game might be going on for a bit longer and still be close than the previous games. Crocodiles, rifles, engineer leaders. You really seldom see 15s, but I think he practiced them. I think that's not a full meme pick here. I think he really came in here like he really wants to win this. Oh my godness! What is this? 7 Dushkas? You never see those guys. Shaun showing us some interesting picks here as well. Like, you see them sometimes as transport for AA pieces, but on themselves, this game is going really interesting. This game is going to become really interesting really fast. Got a couple of Jeeps here for Shaun this time. Not as many Jeeps on the other side, but engineers, leaders, and Jeeps. He got some chocolate there from my father. That couldn't wait till later. Yeah, Maxime. Yeah, sure but yeah, don't know. Do they do the job better than one vetted 37mm? Well, I guess I'm pretty sure he uses them as ground support. He really wants to use them against the rifles. Both was on the other side, so yeah, both sides bringing it up in some AA. Yeah, it's flatline. Flatline 15 Scott versus balanced Shaun's 26. Usual Shaun picking here. Shaun being the hero of the balanced community. Yeah, well, but they have limited range. Well, yeah. There is a reason why Shaun picks those guys. I don't doubt the master. Well, not yet. If he fails with them, we know we have to. If Shaun loses, what we have to blame, right? It's the discuss. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of armored cars, right? So here we go. Yeah, Scots is a really interesting pick here from Nilla. And I hope you're. Yeah, this is going to be great, guys. I like it how everyone has brings out their opinions. Yeah, that's what this game is about, right? Those guys arriving. Ognia's coming up. Saperi's coming up. I think we will see some airplanes from Shaun. I don't think that's 750 points. On the other side, we also might see some airplanes, but it's quite a lot of rifles. It's over 20 rifles already coming up. No, that's exactly 20 rifles coming up for Nilla. A couple of snipers, engineer leaders, and some flamer. No, some snipers as well. Okay, engineer leaders, some snipers, and Churchill 5s. Let's see in which minute this one arrives at the front line. And a single rifle squad in the mode. So yeah, Nilla really, as expected, going all out. It sold in the south. So many rifle units. Those guys all moving up to here. So I guess he really wants to use them as CQC AA. Ognia's coming in. Getting into good positions here. Shaun going up to 14-10 actually, as he captures the flag. No, wait, what? Captures the flag over here. Which other flag does he got? Okay, it's back to 13-11. I think he captured the flag over here for a second. Jack 1B coming in. Single Bofors will not be enough to stop that. Needs another Bofors for that. So it's a 2-star Bofors, so it might actually get the kill when the Yak 1B tries to get out. Oh, and the Yak 1B doesn't get its bombs out. I don't know what it was going for, actually. The Bofors, yeah, the Bofors should get the kill, actually. That would be a good start for Nilla. No, Yak 1B arrives, survives here. Guardian DP is already relatively heavily pinned down here. A lot of rifles moving forward. Maxime's over here helping out, but this is a lot of rifle units, and yeah, Shaun has to give up this position. Has to retreat to a position where he can fight better. M42 has to be careful. Again, Nilla using his snipers, just like with the 184th. Really good usage out of these guys by him. A lot of rifles coming up here, trying to capture the position over here. But yeah, at the moment it's a 12-12. Nilla needs more than that. Dushka's over here, not really, still not really sure what their purpose is. I guess it's really a Nilla bringing up this third Bofors. With that, he should be safe against any air attacks in the south. Shaun now coming up with more Guardian DPs to help out to this flag over here, but this flag will fall before that happens, I think. Pretty much certain about that. So yeah, Nilla will go up to a 13-11. Stop the infantry of Shaun over here. Shaun maybe going a bit too overeager there. Snipers and rifles helping out to kill the Maxime over here, so that will give him a 14-10 most likely. And with that, Nilla is on a good way to 15-9 again. 3-star Guardian DPs though stopped any rifle moving into the open relatively easy. But rifles also okay against any Guardian DPs in the open. You want to move them into close position. So yeah, it's only one Guardian DP down here. Shaun pigs in the T-34 down here. And Guardians with 1 stars. T-34 over here alone holding back the rifles. Churchill 5 also has to be careful. A couple of Maximes coming in, and Nilla not being able to capture the flag over here just yet. Shaun somehow also capturing the flag back here for a second. So I think he will lose it again. Ognia's down here getting overwhelmed by the rifles. Nilla really putting the pressure on with those. And Shaun has to bring in more stuff in the south. Doesn't do so just yet. And if Nilla gets too deep into this town, Shaun will be in a lot of trouble. A lot of Dushka fire now onto the rifles. Another T-34 arriving to the south. 6 more rifles coming in for the spam. 8 more rifles coming in actually. And a 203mm off map. And yeah, this might be really deadly. This might be what Nilla needs here. Maxime over here. Engaging. Shaun still having his Guardian DPs out in the open. Really putting its hope into the firepower. Dushka's down to 5 already. Yak 1B coming in, but yeah, that's a mistake. Well, the Bofors are relatively far back, and they lost their 2 stars. The commander moved forward, the Bofors didn't. Bit of a mistake there by Nilla. So the Yak 1B might... Oh no, it's... Yeah, okay. No, it's flying the curve. Okay. Might actually die. Let's see. It survives. Okay. Or does it? Sorry, guys. I was talking a bit too early there. Nilla goes up to a 13-11. Sorry for the weird noise as well. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, is this round well placed. This will be so deadly. All the Dushkas are gone, guys. Not gonna lie, all the Dushkas are gone. 3-star T-34 over here. Engaging the rifles. Shaun reacting relatively fast. to the first off map, instantaneously move them back. Okay, so the Dushkas might survive actually. So I think they're still a bit too close. So I think at least 1 or 2 more die. But this allows Nilla to get to the 1410. Once the parry over here dies as well. Once the parries have to be careful. Therefore really helpful. There's really no anti-tank for Nilla. Another T-34 over here would be really good as well. To help out pushing those units. But it's more T-34s in the south. As he really feels where the pain is. Shaun over here gets really heavily pummeled by the 203mm off map. And yeah, Nilla really showing us that 50th Scott is a competitive division after all. All the haters, all the doubters, not believing into it. But he's up on the 1410 already. Shaun holding against it, but it's really tied. Well, Nilla has to get one more flag, and I think this is this one over here. Oh, he gets the one in the north, but yeah, only for a second. Maxime's not too good holding against it, yeah. Brings in the crocodile. That might be able to move up to here. Yeah, the rifle's not having AT capabilities of its take. A reason why I don't understand the engineer leaders. Because the other leaders are so important with their Piats. Piats really good on Steel Division 2. Like a lot of people who only played Steel Division 144 will now say, what the hell, why would you bring in any unit with a Piat? But yeah, Piats in Steel Division 2, actually deadly. Not the meme they were in Steel Division 144. Off map again coming in for Nilla. Not as deadly this time. Keeps it up to a 1410. But yeah, he needs one more. 6-pounders now coming up in masses. 17-pounder here really helpful as well. And Shaun needs something more. Brings up a lot of Guardian DPs and Stravnikis. But he has to be careful, because with the Crocodile moving forward, with the Churchill 5 moving forward, his position over here is in danger. Brings up a couple of units over here. Stormwicky Rocks have to be careful as well. Tries to push in over here. And yeah, rifles not having anti-tank capabilities is really an issue. 17-pounder and 6-pounder are great anti-tank guns, but you need more than anti-tank guns usually to deal with stuff like T-34s. Last 203mm off map comes in. 6-pounder gets the kill on the T-34 over here. Another one kills the T-34 over here, and Nilla really puts the pressure on. Shaun has so few units down here. The other ones over here are in danger of dying to an off map. Over here, Nilla now also takes the territory. Kills the Maxim over here. IL-2 finally comes in, but there's a Bofors. There is a Bofors. So yeah, might kill the Crocodile. If it kills the Crocodile, the T-34 over here might be able to deal with Churchill 5. But if it doesn't kill the Crocodile, Shaun is in a world of pain. And oh no! Oh no! He might be going on too early here with his T-34. Okay, gets the Crocodile. That's such an important kill here right now. We really needed that kill. Now he can engage the Churchill, but 6-pounder is moving forward. Gets the flag back here. Moved through the 203mm off map. Someone unscathed. Okay, another one killed one of the units in transport, but he got it back here. For a second at least. Yeah, 6-pounders are dangerous. Kills T-34 over here. The other DPs are in the open, so they're not fighting as effective as they normally should be. Kills the Churchill 5 though. Important kill there. Deals with the infantry of Nilla over here. Stravniki coming in to deal with the final rifle spots. 6-pounder moving in as well. Spitfire trying to kill the IL-2, but I think it's a bit too slow. Yeah, IL-2 should disappear, or does it? Oh! Oh! Gets the kill. Really important kill there for Nilla. IL-2 down, and yeah, Shaun doesn't have the points to buy another one. So future Crocodiles should be safe. 6-pounder setup really awesome. 17-pounder, 6-pounders. T-34 play of Shaun relatively negated by now. Dushka is also not doing much. Shaun trying to get back here with Piano Stanikis. But yeah, more rifles arriving for Nilla. 122mm off-map coming in. Has to be careful though, if 1706 pounder moving forward, he might be in danger of getting killed over here. The 6 pounder over here doesn't have good vision down the hill though. Just yet. But if it moves forward in here, it will have. Yeah, as soon as it gets here, Shaun is in danger. And yeah, he's down to 15.9 now, so he's already in danger right now. But from now on, he gets more income. And Nilla is not that far ahead in income. This game is not over by any means, though. But yeah, Nilla really going on for the longer push this time. I really enjoy the way he does this. The constant pressure is just so well done. The 6 pounder placement, all that. Yeah, Shaun has to really respect that. All the rifle spams coming in again and again and again. Shaun now coming in with his own off-map. Cancels it after deciding that it wasn't perfectly placed. But yeah, Shaun will bring it back to 1410 in a second. And with that, he gets the time he needs. He really needs to get to C-phase. He needs to get deeper into C-phase. But this time Nilla might actually have the setup to hold him onto it on the 1410 till minute 35. Because Nilla has a good setup over here. Shaun now coming up in with the off-map over here. Has to be careful with his 122mm off-map. Luckily survived the run of the Spitfire for the first time. Spitfire coming in with another run though. Only has his Brownings left. Gets the kill! Whoa! It's just seconds before it gets forced back with only its 50 cults remaining. And he gets the flag down here. And this is so important. This off-map would have made the life for Nilla so much harder. Stravnicki is down here, trying to help out, capturing this flag back. KV1 is on the map. Off-map down here coming in. KV85 coming in as well. I think Shaun should focus on pushing in over here though. I think pushing in the open would work out better for him. He really tries to get to this flag right now. Quite a lot of rifle arriving for Nilla. He realizes that is where the issue is. 203mm off map, moving position. Shaun coming in with the Stravnicki. T-34 and Dushkas helping out. Trying to bring it back to a 1410. Rifles over here will lose out against the masses of channels. KV85 coming in, and that one is only it's not too easily penetrated by 6 pounders, as the AP shell only has 150mm penetration. 17 pounders though can still kill it. So yeah, back to a 1410. That's where Shaun needs to be. That's what Nilla tries to prevent from happening. Nilla wants to get this flag back. Nilla wants to get this flag. Maybe even this one. Shaun now trying to get another tank kill with his IL-2K. Gets the kill with the first 2 rounds. Really lucky there. As the Bofors really put the hurt onto his IL-2, and the IL-2 will go down most likely. As those are 2-star Bofors. Would be okay, it's really surprising that this IL-2 actually gets out again. This was a really important kill there for Shaun again. As this was a big investment. The IL-237 couldn't afford it slightly. This T-34 is a hero. Shaun now also putting on the pressure in the north. But yet Nilla realizing that, bringing in a Churchill 5. This rifle slot only has to hold out for quite a bit longer. So this Churchill is in range. Then the Churchill will deal with all the infantry. Off map now directly on the T-34. Nilla wants to prevent any pushes into his position here. Loses his aggressive aggression down here though, but he kills the KV-1 with this Typhoon AT rocket. That's what I was talking about. KV-1 over here gets down as well. OB-25 coming in. T-34 and Guardia DP only thing holding on over here, and that's so much Nilla, so little Shaun. Shaun also losing the flag over here. He needs another flag. He needs the north, he needs the center. He needs something. As if it goes on like it does right now, he will be in for a rough time. T-34 over here. In a good spot. Really good spot. But 6-pounder now arriving. Will be able to deal with it. Or should be able to deal with it, actually. Let's see if it will. Bounces for the second time. Oh, the DTs are... Okay. If the T-34 would have its rifle... its MGs left, I think the T-34 would have it pinned by now. Oh my god, but 6-pounder still didn't get the kill. If it gets the kill... it does not get the kill with the next shot, I think it might die. Yeah, oh my god, this T-34. Really, 2 T-34 heroes here for Shaun. The second one going down to the off-map though. And the rifle spam arrives again for Nilla. Shaun going for the sneaky flex deal here though. OB25 helping out. Stomoviki rocks, getting the flag. Bringing it back to 14-10. Oh my god, is this game close. This is what I hoped for in game number 3, and this game really delivers. No matter who wins this game, both showed an amazing game already. Everyone here deserves the semi-final, but only one can get there. OB25 is really well positioned here by Shaun. Nilla going for another aggressive push over here, and this is really one of the best games I ever casted, if not the best game. OB25 down here, coming in. Nilla might be able to get the kill with the 6-pounder. No, doesn't find the kill. And now the OB25 can put the hurt on the 2 6-pounders. He needs those kills first, then he can bring in AA, then he can bring in kills again. Tanks again. Killed off the 17-pounder over here with the OB25. Shaun really realizing what he needs here. I think few players would bring in OB25s that late in the game. Most players use them in the early phases, but Shaun really uses them as counter to anti-tank guns, and he used them perfectly. Down to only 1 6-pounder here for Nilla, after he lost this one here sadly. Perfect T-34 positioning here for Shaun. Really abusing that rifles don't have anti-tank weaponry. Nilla now coming in with 25-pounders. Quite a lot of infantry now for Shaun arriving. Who has the income advantage, and will get a lot more income advantage in 2 minutes. Or actually 1 minute 30. But Nilla brings it back to a 15-9. This is where he needs to be. Shaun brings it down back to a 14-10. But just for a couple of seconds, as the channels nearly instantaneously die. OB25's here really doing damage. Set is due also really doing damage. 6-pounder here getting saved. OB25 is really putting a lot of pressure into it. Channels, yeah, more for a defensive push. Another big rifle for Nilla together with Churchill. That's the Churchill 7, those have AG rounds. Churchill 8, the 5 over here does a lot of damage. Nilla takes the flag back over here with his Churchill 5. And the Spitfire. Really good usage of the Spitfire. KV1 now here arriving, trying to deal with the Churchill. Let's see if he can do that. So Maviki is trying to get up here. OB25 is really helping out, putting pressure onto this flag. But it's down to a 17-7 as Nilla captures the flag over here. Oh my god, Shaun has to be careful. If he loses one of those 2 flags over here, it's down to an 18-6 and he cannot hold out there for long. It's only down to 4 minutes 50 already. Shaun really under a lot of pressure. He cannot allow an 18-6 to happen for even just a couple of seconds. As he needs every second he has already. Yeah, brings in Camaraderie over here. That's the cheapest unit he has. That's the fastest unit to get to. Can get to the front line. Typhoon AT coming in. Can the AA stop it? AA can't stop it. Can the AA kill it? I don't think so. Shaun needs a flag and he needs it soon. Pushes in with the channels in the south. OB25 is really good, helpful units right now. Putting a pressure onto the Bofors. But the Churchills are impenetrable to the OBs. Yeah, he needs the flags over here, he needs the flag over here. Then he needs to start pushing. IL-2 coming in again. Yeah, going for the Churchill in the north. Will lose the flag in the north most likely in a second. Needs to kill the IL-2 before the combat here happens. The Churchill before the combat there happens. Loses one flag. Will he lose the other flag as well? he needs the Guardians to move in here as well. Doesn't kill the Churchill, forces it back though. Allowing his Stormwicky Rocks to most likely hold on to the front line. No, he doesn't! 17-7. As he captures the flag back in the south. So it's not an 18-6 yet, but it's only 3 minutes. Shaun in such a world of pain, but it's only... He's so close to quite a couple of flags. So it's not an unreasonable thing to think he might be able to get the comeback. But for sure Nilla in the lead now. IL-2 coming in for another run. Should be able to get the kill now. But he needs more units in the north. He needs to get the kill. He doesn't get the kill! Oh my god, Nilla. What a hero Churchill that is. The rifle over here also really heroes, holding on for as long as they do. Guardians over here trying to kill the rifle over here, but yeah, there's still the Churchill to deal with. Another KV-1 coming in, but they are not able to deal with it either. Churchill over here putting a lot of pressure in, and the push down here of Nilla, of Shaun is stopped. Nilla really on a way to get into the finals here. Getting the flag in the north back. Getting up to an 18-6, and this is GG, I think. Every second ticking down here is so costly for Shaun now. Only 1 minute remaining on the clock for him. Gets the flag back here, but it's only 2 minutes now. And yeah, brings in KV-1 in the north, but it might not even arrive on the front line in time. Needed it a minute ago. But it needed so much a minute ago. Or 2, or 3, or 4. OT-20, T-34s in the south. Trying to put the pressure on. Nilla really trying to stop any push in the south with the south map. And I think that should work out. 2 minutes to go. Shaun trying to catch these 2 flags back. Trying to catch this flag back. Nilla trying to go for the flag over here. Coming in with Spitfires to just pin that stuff down. Churchill really helpful for that as well. ZSU engaging the Typhoon again. But Typhoon gets its rocket off again. Kills the T-34. Really important kill there. Gets up to an 18-6 again in the north thanks to the rifles. And I think that's GG, guys. That's it. I think we have our first finalist for Division 1. And will not the guy we expected there to be there. "33 seconds on the clock. Oh my god, this game is just such a nail-biter. But yes, Shaun surrenders. And Nilla is in the finals of the second season of Steel Division League. Nilla was one of the best players in the beginning of Steel Division League, Steel Division 2. Took a break, left the territory open for Shaun to get into, but he takes it back. He takes the first place back. And yeah, he is in the finals. And Shaun is in the second place. What a game. What a crazy game. Nilla just being so damn efficient with his anti-tank guns. Having the 2-to-1 kill-death ratio here. Really. Damn it, guys. I can't wait for the second semifinals. If the second semifinals even get close with CVC versus Gonzo tomorrow, it would be great already. And then the finals. And the place for third place. The game for third place. Both coming in the next 2 weeks. But yeah. Oh my god, guys. So yeah, this means Nilla advances to the finals, and let's show you the bracket. 2-1. Nilla takes it, is up here. Shaun will be down here in the bronze match. Gets either Gonzo or Zuzi. And yeah.